Good morning, students. How are you? Hope you all are doing well. Okay, students, first of all, send me your attendance. I'm waiting for your attendance. Yes, beta. I'm just waiting for your attendance. Okay, thank you, students, for sending me attendance. Uh, Send me attendance. I just maintain record in the end of my live class. I just maintain in the record whether you are present or not. Now let's start a lesson. I just wait for a 2 minutes so that other student can also join. Because right now only 28 are present. I just give you 2 minutes time so that other can also join. Yes, good morning everyone. Nice to see that you all are very active. All are just responding every day. And thank you for telling me that my voice is audible and board is clear. uh, Akshit Thakur, why you just? I think this is your first class with me. You just sent message first time. Akshit Thakur, beta, you are from which section? You just send me attendance first time. Okay, student, I got attendance from many of the students. I just maintain record in the end of my class. Now I think I have to start. Many students join the class. Okay, beta. Okay, let's start a lesson. Bache, yesterday I covered a topic of principle of prevention. Principle of prevention, actually what you have to learn. There are two ways. One is general and one is specific. General way we discussed about public health measures and personal health measures. Specific way we discussed about defense mechanism, immune system. There are two types of defense mechanism. First line of defense mechanism, second line of defense mechanism. First line of defense mechanism consists of external barrier like epidermis of skin, bactericidal vaccine present in ear, lysozyme present in tears, H cell present in stomach, cilia present in mucus present in respiratory tract. But sometime microorganism pathogen cross the first level of defense mechanism, cross the first line of defense mechanism, then second line of defense mechanism will work, as I told you earlier. Second line of defense mechanism consists of immune system. It consists of our immune system, and this immune system consists of special kind of cells, that is white blood cells. White blood cells are for two types: lymphocytes, phagocytes. Phagocyte cells, they just trap the pathogen, break them and engulf them. This process is called phagocytosis. Lymphocytes are of further types: B cells, T cells. These cells produce antibodies. B cells produce antibodies. T cells just stimulate the B cells to produce more antibodies and helps to coordinate that immune system Is that clear? These cells produce chemicals called antibodies. Antibodies fight against that pathogen. Let's suppose any pathogen enter into our body. Every pathogen consists of antigen. When this enter into our body, our immune system gets activated, start producing antibodies against antigen. Every lymphocytes produce specific antigen for specific disease. There will be specific antigen for antibodies. It is like a lock and key hypothesis. For every lock, there will be a particular key. Every key will not be able to open all the, like one key will not able to open all the locks. For every lock, there will be a particular key. Same for every antigen, every pathogen, there will be specific antibodies for particular disease. Is that clear? There will be no same antibodies for particular antigen. There will be a specificity. Antibody, this is a pathogen, this is an antigen. When it enters into body, B cells start producing antibody. There will be a specificity. Active site, they just bind it and kill it. Is that clear? Then we discussed about vaccination. Concept of vaccination, it just give immunity against diseases in advance by injecting a dead pathogen. What is vaccine? It is a killed pathogen that introduced into body. Killed pathogen we just introduce into body, like for particular disease like tuberculosis के लिए bacteria है mycobacterium tuberculosis, and if we have to give vaccination in advance to that for that disease, we just kill that pathogen. We not this is one department that work on it. They just kill the pathogen mycobacterium tuberculosis and just enter into body through vaccination. Like this pathogen consists of antigen, but this pathogen killed not affect any body, like it will not affect on body but not stimulate the disease, but antigen stimulate the production of antibodies. Antibodies releases into the blood in advance. If next time there will be a live pathogen attack onto the body, antibodies already present for that antigen. Is that clear? Now we discuss about immunity. There are two type of immunity. What is immunity? Immunity is resistance against disease. Okay, like we have to just like by developing we have to just protect us from diseases by resistance against disease. Immunity is a, you can just write the definition that use of antibodies by the body to fight against pathogen. So there are two types of immunity. One is innate immunity. Second is acquired immunity. Now come to first of all innate immunity. Beta, innate immunity is immunity which is present since birth. It include first line of defense mechanism. Like you can just write down that it include epidermis of skin, bactericidal wax, HCl present in stomach. It is present in every person. It is present since birth. Is that clear? Innate immunity. Now come to the next. That is a acquired immunity. It is also called adaptive immunity. This immunity present, like this protect from pathogen developed as we go through the life. Like it just developed throughout the life. हमारी पूरी लाइफ में ये हमारे अंदर डेवलप होती है. हाउ? इट इज ऑफ टू टाइप. एक्वायर्ड इम्यूनिटी, एक्टिव इम्यूनिटी, पैसिव इम्यूनिटी. Active immunity, passive immunity. So what do you mean by active immunity? First of all, we will discuss about active immunity. Yes, beta. What do you mean by active immunity? Yes, active immunity I just discussed yesterday. Please tell me anyone, what do you mean by active immunity? Active immunity we can just develop by two ways. Active immunity. One is by just giving antibodies in advance. Like one way is giving a vaccination. One is given a vaccination, and you can say by giving a vaccination in advance, we just give a immunity in a body. And second way is that antibodies developed in response to infection. Like antibodies develop in response to infection. Like if any infection occur, antibodies develop in Advanced, like antibody, we in our body there are memory cells. Like if any pathogen attack on our body, let's suppose chicken pox है, वो body को attack करता है. Now the pathogen, the antigen stimulate the production of antibodies in the blood. Now second attack of same pathogen, like after the first attack there will be a memory cells develop in our immune system that remember that in a second attack of pathogen, that always remembered if second time that pathogen will again attack, then that memory cell will remember that pathogen and immune system antibodies will is quickly ready to fight with that pathogen. This is called active immunity. So, active immunity is Ishmeet, why you are so late, beta? Okay, so active immunity is making antibodies, developing memory cell for future response to infection is known as active immunity. There are two ways in which active response happen. Body has infected with pathogens, so lymphocyte go through the process of making antibodies to that pathogen. And second is vaccination. One is that, like, if we just one pathogen attack on the body and it develop antibodies in the blood, and there are memory cells they that remember that pathogen, and second attack of that pathogen will just stimulate that memory cell. They just remember that this is a second attack of that pathogen and they're just ready to produce antibodies and quickly deal with them. And second is vaccination, which I discussed yesterday. Now come to passive immunity. Is that clear? Passive immunity क्या है? Passive immunity is ready-made antibodies. We have to just add from a different source introduced to the body. Like we just antibodies from mother to infant through breast milk. ठीक है बेटा? From mother to infant via breast milk. This is important and it helps in very young to fight infection until they are older and stronger and their immune system is very, very responsive. So passive immunity, we are just providing a ready-made antibodies. One way is to providing the antibodies by you can say breast milk, like from mother by a breast milk to infant. This is one way. Or you can say it like these are very, very important and productive because it just protect from various diseases. Next is in this case, next passive immunity, you can just add one more point. Please note down one more point. One is regarding antibody received from mother through breast milk, and you can say antibodies received from medicine. Like sometime we just give a medicine and advance that give a kind of immunity, that is a passive immunity. Beta, after this come to a next topic, types of diseases. Yes beta, I hope you are able to understand active immunity and passive immunity. And active immunity we can just develop by first attack of same disease, develop antibodies and vaccination. Passive immunity through by just introducing artificial, like we just develop antibodies from different sources, like from mother breast milk to infant. And one way is we can just prepared antibodies by itself in labs. Like if any pathogen is present and we just know about that antigen, against that antigen we just prepared antibodies in laboratory, and we just add through a injection it into the body of the host who has developed that disease. This is a passive immunity. Now come to a next topic. This was all about principle of prevention. Dear students, if you face any doubt anywhere else, Please send me message after this live class. I just clear your doubt by WhatsApp voice message or by sending a message. And beta, Monday or Tuesday, maybe doubt clearing session will be there. This is a special doubt clearing session. If you face any doubt in this chapter, just note it down. Monday or Tuesday next week, I just conduct a special class for you to clear your doubts. Now discuss about next topic. Different this topic chapter is completed, but this topic is extra for your extra knowledge because it is not given in the NCRT book, but in reference it is given. But I just provide notes for it because in NCRT it is not given. Okay, students. Hope you are able to understand active immunity and passive immunity. Now we are just going to discuss about next topic, that is types of diseases. But you see, this topic I will just take 2 or 3 lessons. It is not given in your NCRT, but you should know. If we are just doing now, very less syllabus is there as per CBSE. So I think we should do some extra things also because these are related to for your chapter and it will just enhance your knowledge. So beta, next question is types of diseases. Come to our types of diseases. Yes. We will discuss some viral diseases, some bacterial diseases, some protozoa diseases. Okay. So first of all, today I'm just going to discuss about viral disease. This first in this chapter, half an hour it will take to discuss viral disease. First of all, in viral disease, I will discuss about the disease that is polio. I discussed yesterday also poliomyelitis. About pulse polio immunization program, I discussed yesterday also about polio. Yes, beta. Now come to disease polio. Hanji, first of all, we will discuss about its pathogen. Pathogen matlab infectious agent that cause disease. Poliomyelitis is caused by a polio virus. It is caused by polio virus. Then, it is a very smallest virus. Its incubation period. What do you mean by incubation period? Yes. Anyone please send me the definition of incubation period. I'm waiting for your response. What do you mean? Without using Google, beta. Incubation period. Yes. Yes, beta. Okay, I don't want to just... let me discuss it because I don't want to waste much time. It is a period. I think one student, she or he has given. No, it is not correct, beta. It is not correct. Incubation period is the period between exposure to infection. Like जब infection हुई है, pathogen body में enter किया है, and appearance of first symptom. Like अगर pathogen अंदर गया है, उसने infection create करनी है, कुछ time लेगा. So incubation period is exposure to infection and appearance of first symptoms. This is called incubation period. Is that clear? So poliomyelitis is caused by, these are the viral diseases. Now I'm talking about viral disease. Pathogen is a polio virus. Incubation period is 7 to 14 days. Between 7 to 14 days, we come to know about this disease. Then mode of transmission. Mode of transmission. Disease होती कैसे है? Mode of transmission is it spread through feces, contaminated food and water, nasal secretion. Like contaminated food and water बाय फ्लाइज, होती वायरस से है, ठीक है, बट कंटामिनेटेड मोड ऑफ ट्रांसमिशन, स्प्रेड कैसे करती है फ्रॉम वन पर्सन टू अनदर, लाइक वन पर्सन है that is infectious with disease, how it transferred to another, it just transferred spread through feces, or you can say, sorry, just saying wrong thing, how it spread, mode of transmission, spread कैसे करती है for particular person, ठीक है, I'm just talking about how this disease spread to a particular person, ठीक है, it spread through a feces, contaminated food and water by flies and nasal secretion. It is transmitted through contaminated food contact with infected person also, it can be transferred. So now next thing is regarding its symptoms. Beta, in case of polio, virus attack on nerve cell, then it just lose the muscular control, because nerve cell क्या करते हैं, just like message to control, it just act as a control and coordination. So in this case what happen, limbs and voluntary muscles are paralyzed, and stiffness of neck, like muscles will not be able to work, there will be paralysis. Is that clear? So after this prevention, control and treatment, we have to just give immunization with polio vaccine, isolation of the patient, proper disposal of excreta, eradication of flies. These are its prevention and control. And yesterday I discussed about pulse polio immunization program. This program is just give awareness and just providing a polio vaccine from a month 6 till 5 years. Okay, that I discussed yesterday. Okay, so this was about poliomyelitis. Pathogen is polio virus. Incubation period is 7 to 14 days. Mode of transmission, contaminated food and water from flies, feces. And prevention symptoms क्या है? Paralysis. You can say voluntary muscles are paralyzed. Prevention and control, we have to just give them immunization with polio vaccine, isolation of patient, proper disposal of excreta, and eradication of flies. Is that clear? Now come to a next disease, that is AIDS. And beta, one thing I would like to tell you, I already discussed AIDS with you. AIDS is the most important disease, and out of all disease, AIDS is given in this book NCRT. 100% probability that they can ask question from AIDS. So again and again I am repeating, this is also a viral disease. Come to AIDS. Hanji. AIDS. What is a full form of AIDS? First of all, yes, AIDS is acquired immune deficiency syndrome. First thing, they just ask the full form. From full form only we can just elaborate about the disease. How? What do you mean by acquired? Acquired matlab not born. Like that person is not born with AIDS, except that disease developed through placenta from mother to baby. Except. Otherwise, it is acquired, not born with. It is transmitted from person to person. Immune matlab body defense system. It is related to, it affect the body immune system, part of body which work to fight against bacteria, virus. Deficiency, not working properly, like malfunctioning of body immune system. And then syndrome is a group of, like multiple group of sign and symptoms, like AIDS patient, someone with AIDS may experience wide range of different diseases. So I think from definition it is clear to you. Acquired matlab not born, it can be just transmitted from one person to another. Immune, related to our immune system, because that virus directly attack on our immune system. Our immune system is not able to fight against diseases. And then deficiency matlab like there will be a deficiency of, or you can say malfunctioning of our body system. Syndrome, group of symptoms occur together for a disease. Okay. So now come to it is caused by a HIV virus. HIV is a virus that causes this disease. Full form is human immunodeficiency virus. We have already discussed human immunodeficiency virus. Is that clear? Human immunodeficiency virus. Now, beta, next thing about AIDS. Incubation period. Incubation period is not specified, but still we can just tell them it should be a 6 month to 6 year. Some books it is written, some books it is written that incubation period is not specified, but we can just approximately write that incubation period is 6 month to 6 year. Like we just come to know about this disease. Okay. Next is about causative agent. We already discussed. Hanji. Mode of transmission: semen, breast milk to baby through placenta, from like mother to fetus through placenta, sterilized needle when we are not using during labor, delivery के time पे baby को हो सकता है. When we are just using a sharing needle that is infected with AIDS, we just use unsterilized blades, razors through sex, through oral and anal sex. So in this way, AIDS like mainly just transferred through blood to blood transfusion. Is that clear? So HIV is how HIV is not transmitted by hugging, contact with sweat, tears, urine, feces, bathing, swimming in the same pool, sharing cooking utensils, cup, toilet seat, bedding, telephone, towel. In this way, HIV is not transmitted. What are the signs and symptoms? Now come to the sign and symptoms of HIV AIDS. Sign and symptoms. Hanji. Weight loss, frequent fever, sweating, skin rashes, fleshy skin, vision loss, nausea, vomiting, persistent diarrhea. Like AIDS patient is suffering from different diseases. Like it is a syndrome, not a disease. Let's suppose AIDS patient affected with cold, very soon it will be just converted into pneumonia because this virus directly attack on our immune system. T cell is not able to produce antibodies. B cells and T cells, they just attack on these cells and our immune system become very weak, not able to fight against infection. So small infection leads to a big disease. So it is a syndrome. Like if AIDS patient can be suffer from the diarrhea, can suffer from tuberculosis, can suffer from pneumonia. So AIDS is syndrome, not a disease. Is that clear? Next is okay. Next is regarding prevention and control. No specific drugs because it is very difficult to make antiviral drugs. And prevention from getting infected by taking some precautions. No vaccine work out as yet. Beta, no. Incubator, no. It cannot be cured because no vaccine is there. Only we can just take certain precautions so that it should not be transferred to another person. Okay, now come to next disease, that is mumps. Hanji, come to disease mumps. Mumps क्या होता है? Mumps is caused by paramyxovirus. It is a viral disease caused by paramyxovirus. This is only for your knowledge. Main important diseases which I discussed with you: tuberculosis, AIDS, malaria, that I discussed with you. Only 3-4 disease you need to learn. Other is only for your knowledge. You just read out. for your knowledge. Paramyxovirus. Paramyxovirus. This virus, beta, its incubation period is 12 to 16 days. 12 to 16 days, its incubation period. This virus attack on the salivary gland. We have a gland, parotid gland, salivary gland in mouth. These virus directly attack on these glands and the disease spread through infected saliva. This disease spread through infected saliva because this disease are directly this virus attack on effect on glands. It is salivary glands, parotid glands present on mouth. Okay. Then how it spread? By respiratory droplets, coughing, sneezing, touching a contaminated surface, blanket or doorknob, by saliva, kissing or shared drinks. It can be just transfer. Is that clear? Okay. So what are the symptoms? Difficulty in opening the mouth and painful swelling of these glands which are present in mouth. Clear? Next, what are the prevention and control about this? Some people experiences no symptoms. When symptoms occur, mainly include swollen and painful salivary glands. Sometimes fever, headache, fatigue also occur. Okay. Then treatment main focus on symptom relief. Main जो treatment होता है, they have to just give medicine on so that they can just reduce the effect of symptoms. Like recovery, it will just recovery take 2 weeks about. And mainly this disease can be prevented by, I discussed yesterday, MMR vaccine. MMR vaccine. What is the full form of vaccine? Actually, this vaccine is for 3 diseases. I just discussed 2 diseases also. This vaccine is for 3 diseases. It is a triple antigen vaccine. One is for measles disease, and second is for mumps, and third is for rubella. Measles, mumps, rubella. These are 3 diseases. This vaccine is for 3 diseases. Measles, mumps, rubella. Beta, this is not given in your book. This diseases, this is extra that is given in your reference book. In NCRT, only AIDS and malaria is given in detail. Okay? Hanji, mumps is caused by paramyxovirus. Incubation period is 12 to 16 days. And vaccine is related to mumps is MMR. Directly affect on salivary gland, parotid gland present in the mouth. And so infection occurred through infected saliva. Headache, fever also there can be a symptoms. And some symptoms like difficulty in opening the mouth, painful swelling of these glands in mouth. So what prevention and control? Vaccine is available. Isolation of patient, proper disposal of discharge from nose and throat. If any discharge occur from nose and throat, we have to just properly discharge it. And then sterilization of articles used by patient and mumps vaccine for this. Now come to next disease that is related to this. That is measles. Hanji, measles. Beta, this measles is also this disease also spread through air by respiratory droplet produced by coughing and sneezing. Is that clear? Again, by how it spread by droplets through cough, sneeze, kissing, shared drinks, by touching contaminated surface, blanket, skin to skin, handshake, hug, mother to baby by pregnancy, labor or breast milk. Measles symptoms does not appear until 10 to 14 days after exposure. They include cough, runny nose, sore throat, fever, red eye, And people sometimes they just pain feeling muscles and loss of appetite, bhook badi kam lagti hai, running nose. Main these are symptoms. There is no treatment. Again, we can just take a MMR vaccine. Now come to rubella. Next disease is rubella. Also related with this MMR vaccine. Rubella. Yes. Rubella is not given in again your book reference also, but you should know a little bit about this. This disease also spread through direct contact with saliva, mucus of infected person by respiratory droplets. Again, same thing, same symptoms, and symptoms often appear 2 to 3 weeks after exposure, and it includes mild fever and headache, and enlarged neck, lymph node, eyes redness, and then headache. Uh, then beta fever also they can be caused. There is no again treatment. Only vaccination can also prevent the disease. And we can just give an analgesic. Analgesic होता है that give relief from pain. We can just type of medicine relief from pain, just reduce the effect of symptoms of disease, and we can just vaccination MMR. Now, bache, one thing, all these diseases are almost related to each other, but one thing you should know about that this disease is caused by virus. Mainly, these are viral disease. Okay, mainly that virus that is passed from one person to another. It is just spread when infected person cough, sneeze, even directly contacts में आता है. And there is no specific medicine to treat this disease. Now come to next. It is caused by rubella virus, beta. Rubella virus. Is that clear? Okay, it lasts for these rubella. If the children having these rubella, it will just take recover within 1 week. But adults, it will just take time for its recovery. Now, beta, we have discussed about poliomyelitis, mumps, measles, MMR, mumps, measles, rubella. We have just discussed about AIDS, and important it's AIDS. You have to just main focus on AIDS. Is that clear? Beta, in my recorded video, again, you will just get explanation for these diseases. Now come to next disease, that is rabies. Hanji beta, what do you mean by rabies? Not much information is required for these diseases. Rabies. Rabies is caused by rabies virus. It is also called hydrophobia. That person having just shown the fear from water. Hydro means water, phobia means fear. And rabies person incubation period is again not specified. It is caused by a bite of dog. It is caused by a bite of mad dog. In case of, let me check some students, they have just asked me some question. Let me check. Okay, I just give you answer later on because these are very simple question. I just give you answer through my voice message. Rabies is usually transmitted through animal bite or mad dog. Okay, sound is not coming, beta. Who said sound is not coming? Sound is proper, I think. Who said sound is not coming? Beta, please tell me, is it audible or not? Yes, beta. One student, okay, sound is proper. One student tell me this, send me message that sound is proper. Yes, okay, thank you, beta. Now come to next. Rabies. It is transmitted through animal bite, mad dog. Now, beta, symptoms क्या है for this disease? Fever, headache, excess salivation, like बहुत ज़्यादा saliva होता है, ठीक है, paralysis even, and mental confusion always. So it is caused by rabies virus. Again, its incubation period is not specified, and then it is just caused by a bite of mad dog through saliva. Symptoms are high fever, headache, saliva run from mouth, and mainly fear from water. It is called हाइड्रोफोबिया. मतलब जिस पर्सन को ये डिजीज होती है उसको पानी से हमेशा डर लगता है. ठीक है, हाइड्रोफोबिया. बेटा, आई एम जस्ट एक्सप्लेनिंग द रेबीज again. One student asked me to repeat it. Rabies is caused by rabies virus. It is caused by bite of mad dog. ठीक है, and its symptoms are what? It is like a headache, high fever, saliva run from mouth, fear from water. Now, what preventions and control we have to take? Immunization of dog, a series of 5 injections to a given to a person after the bite of mad dog. Like there are just one course of 5 injection they have to just give after specific time to just give relief from this disease. Is that clear? Now come to, so we have discussed till now poliomyelitis, mumps, rubella, measles, AIDS, and rabies. Now come to one last disease, viral disease, that we are just going to discuss today, because after next lesson, first of all, I will just did the revision. That was a doubt clearing session, because August exams you have a chapter, why do we fall ill, till topic organ specific, tissue specific manifestation. Is that clear? So Monday or Tuesday, whenever I have next class with you, I just clear your doubts related till this topic if you are having, and I just do revision till this topic. And very soon you will just get my recorded video. Everything will be explanatory in that video. That is for revision. So that you don't need to just open every live class to revise the chapter. You just need to open one link, one video to revise the chapter. So that's why I have just made that revision video. So you don't need to open every video. Is that clear? For revision, I have just add everything regarding this topic till this topic. And one thing more, beta. After doubt clearing session, I just discussed with you bacterial disease and protozoa diseases. Bacterial disease like typhoid, cholera, tetanus, tuberculosis, syphilis, sexually transmitted disease. Then I discussed with you elephantiasis, then malaria. I discussed these diseases. This is not given in your NCERT book. This is extra. It is only for your knowledge, because it is a part of academic calendar as per CBSE. Now come to next disease, that is hepatitis. Beta, before starting this hepatitis, I want to give you one assignment, because 9 minutes left. Sorry, 8 minutes left. 8 minutes I just complete the topic of hepatitis. But one assignment I want to give you for till next week. What you have to do, you have to just work on, go through a bacterial disease, tuberculosis. Just write down first homework, then I just discuss about hepatitis. You have to just go through bacterial disease. I first of all, whenever I had next lesson, I just asked you question from this topic, then I start the revision. Bacterial disease, go through these diseases, you have to just search some information regarding this disease, and I asked you question from this disease. Tuberculosis, TB, and you have to I just give you one assignment related to DOT, that is a therapy for this tuberculosis. This you have to work on. This is your assignment. You have to just do it in advance. Many questions from many of the students. Definitely, beta, after my live class, as I am doing, I will just clear it. After my live class, I got many questions from many of the students. But homework is, you have to just kill DOTS therapy and tuberculosis disease. This is a disease, this is a therapy that work against that disease, tuberculosis. It is infectious disease related to respiratory disease, bacterial disease caused by bacteria. You have to just go through this disease Definitely, I will discuss, but I just give you assignment in advance. Is that clear? You have to just go through this disease. Okay. Next, beta. No, beta. This is only for your knowledge. One question from one of the student. Please repeat rubella disease again. Definitely, beta. I repeat to you through my voice messages. Let me explain the next. That is hepatitis. Disease hepatitis. This is the last viral disease. Hanji. Hepatitis. There are different kinds of hepatitis A, B, C, D, but we'll discuss about hepatitis A and hepatitis B. This is also a virus disease caused by hepatitis virus. It is caused by hepatitis virus. Now, first of all, we will discuss about hepatitis A. Hepatitis A is caused by a virus. It is a spread from contaminated food and water or contact with someone who is already infected with this disease. Okay. Now, mainly it is caused through contaminated food and water. So, symptoms include fatigue, बहुत थकावट सी होती है, नजिया, वॉमिटिंग टाइप फीलिंग. नजिया का मीनिंग होता है वॉमिटिंग टाइप फीलिंग. फटीग मतलब बहुत थकावट होनी. एब्डोमिनल पेन, पेन होनी एब्डोमेन में. लॉस ऑफ एपेटाइट, भूख कम लगनी. लो ग्रेड फीवर है ना. ठीक है. येलिंग ऑफ स्किन. मेन पेनफुल एरिया कौन सी होते हैं? एब्डोमेन में, जॉइंट्स में. डायरिया होता है, फटीग, लॉस ऑफ एपेटाइट, डार्क यूरिन, weight loss, and main that is yellow skin or eyes. हाँ जी. Next, treatment क्या है? Mainly taking rest, and for it immunization with hepatitis vaccine, hygienic food and water, and disposable syringes we have to use. For hepatitis B, then it is also caused by exposure to infected bodily fluid. Mainly hepatitis B, how it is caused? It is caused through contact with infected saliva. Body fluids होते हैं ना infected, उससे होता है. Mainly it is caused by contact with saliva, sweat tears, like you can see a sweat tears, or infected blood. And hepatitis A is caused by contaminated food and water. Is that clear? It is caused by food and water. So symptom is mainly jaundice, nausea, vomiting, fever, भूख कम लगती है. So what is prevention and control? Immunization with vaccines, hygienic food and water, disposable syringes we should be use. Mainly hepatitis B, mainly it is caused by unclean needles, unscreened blood, even it is also caused by unprotected vaginal sex by mother to baby by pregnancy, or you can say labor pain during labor or delivery time में भी हो सकती है ये. Transfer to baby, most of the time it occur in the newborn baby, and during the breast milk also, by from mother to baby during, like by giving a breast milk, it can be also transferred. Is that clear? So symptoms are mainly a yelling of eyes, abdominal pain, dark urine. Some people, children does not experience any symptoms, but it is acute. But when it becomes chronic, it is not controlled. Liver fail, cancer can occur. जरूरी नहीं है स्टार्टिंग में ही एक्यूट ही होती है. अगर हम उसको रिकवर कर लेते हैं then it is okay. But if we are not, like if we not recover at proper way, then it become chronic disease. It can just also affect the liver. Is that clear? So this was all about viral disease which I discussed today. Beta, these disease will not come in August assessment, bache. This disease. Only the syllabus is still organ specific, tissue specific manifestation. Okay? You will get my recorded video If you are not able to understand any disease, every disease, everything, its mode of transmission, incubation period, treatment, I think I have explained everything in detail in my recorded video. And you will see a picture also where you can see how the like person appears if that the person is suffering from that disease. Is that clear, beta? If you are having any doubt for today's lesson or any doubt related to any topic, kindly send me after this class, because Monday or Tuesday, whenever I have next class with you, before discussing the bacterial and the protozoa diseases, I discuss with you doubts till the topic organ specific, because this is your August assessment. This is the syllabus for your August assessment. Goodbye, students. Have a nice day. If you are having any doubt, please, please, please send me. Okay. No, beta, in August assessment, fundamental unit of life will not come. Only why do we fall ill till organ specific, tissue specific manifestation. If you feel that you are not able to understand anything, you are able to not write anything else, please let me know. I just send you a easy way how to write that topic. Very soon you will just get a assignment, a question bank for this chapter on Facebook posting. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.